Boston is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Florida Gators offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Finds his man. It's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Billy Napier fought his way off the hot seat last year as the Gators broke a 4-year bowl drought, something not seen since the mid-'80s in Gainesville, and this is a talented team with expectations.
They're riding a lot of momentum. You beat Ole Miss, you beat LSU to finish the season. You've got DJ Lagway back at quarterback, so there are a lot of people really excited in Gainesville for what these Gators might do.
And the schedule is incredibly challenging, but yet no longer the negativity. And now believing in Billy Napier, believing in Lagway, one of the most talented quarterbacks in the country. Interested to see how the Florida Gators look this year.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Lagway. Gets it out quickly. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The inside handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
I think that's an easy decision for the QB, too. It's third and long. You're in field goal range. You've got an opportunity at 3 points. That play designed to try and get the first, but it's not there. Give the defense credit. Throw it away. Let's get the kicker out on the field.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
To the air, it's Sayed. Pulls it in, it's Smith. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
The noise is deafening, trying to
defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Lagway. The sure hands, it's ball. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Got it behind the line. It's Hansen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They boot it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Time to take a shot. Snags it on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him, makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Smashes through the tackle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually see big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tate. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, he'll take that throw all day.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He'll sneak it. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
To the air, it's Sayin. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that's going to tie it up.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Under fire. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to 1st down.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot and I go attack it.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Turning it on! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And a nice job separating by the slot receiver on that in route. Man-to-man coverage, he put his foot in the ground and created a little bit of separation, and that made that play work.
The Buckeyes are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, 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 find explosive.
Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and that's why they're so tough to stop.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself, in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive... Breaks into the open! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll do it himself. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Hit as he throws. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. An 84-yard drive there, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Grabbed in the middle, it's Graham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive gain.
Past the first down marker and still running. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Finds his tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Tate. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They'll give it to the back. Got a little space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off play action on first down. Finds a man in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Powers through the defender. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whenever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away all that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Takes the handoff. It's ball. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hands to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
To throw, it's Lagway. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the inside. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On the run, it's Ball. Got enough for the first. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. It's complete. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Gators racing to the line in a hurry up.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Sturdivant. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Here's a heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Grab behind the line. It's Hansen. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. They'll go with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Lets it fly. Working the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He's going to let it go. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a...
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Peoples. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Jackson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's out of bounds after picking up 8 yards, but they've got a lot of work to do late. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.